Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. On this last day of August, hard to believe it's the end of August. Also hard to believe what has developed into an incredible tragedy over in Texas. In fact, it's not over yet. The rain may be over, but the tragedy continues to get worse. Let me focus on Harvey's future and Alabama's effects from Harvey. I think there'll be several tornado warnings in the state today and more tropical downpours. That's story number one. Story number two, could there be something developing in the Gulf next week? And if it does, what happens to that? Story number three, Irma is going to become a major hurricane. Will it threaten the United States eventually? I've got the latest on that, some interesting stuff there. Story number four, your weekend forecast, which continues to look better. Story number five, I'm going to show you my favorite graphic on today's video briefing. It's about temperatures next week behind a cold front. I think you're going to like it. Here we go.
Some of you had 4- and 5-inch rainfall amounts yesterday, especially south and southwest of I-85. Officially, the Montgomery Airport had 1.39 inches, but the totals varied widely. Today, again, heavy rainfall totals near the path of Harvey and to the east of the path of Harvey as the storm moves in through North Mississippi and eventually into Tennessee. This is future radar showing an expansive area of showers and storms. The rain around Harvey, not just near the center, but also far east into Alabama and Georgia. Some of those storms will be rotating, producing spin-up tornadoes. That's going to be a significant threat, I think, today. There is the storm at 1 p.m. this afternoon. Still a depression moving in through western Mississippi, and the Storm Prediction Center has much of Alabama in the severe weather risk zone. Slight risk covering the northern half of the state, and then a marginal risk into South Alabama, with the spin-up tornado risk moving eastward into the Appalachians, generally, let's say, the Carolinas tomorrow. Rainfall potential extremely heavy right along the path of Harvey, 6 to 8 inches of rain, maybe even more flooding rainfall. Here in Alabama, the additional rainfall totals could be over 2 inches in spots today. And I think that's going to be a good bet. Some of you will get more than that. Showers and storms will be around. Again, we'll be watching the tornado risk during the day, especially during daytime heating, high of 86. I think tomorrow the tropical plume of moisture starts to move away. I still have the rain chances in on Friday, but the storm moves into Tennessee by then. I think by Saturday the showers thin out. Maybe isolated storms on Saturday and 20% or less on Sunday. This is good news for the Labor Day weekend planning, no matter what you got going, if you're going down to the beach or down to or maybe up to the lake. Good holiday forecast, I think, for the most part in most areas. So I've got the rain chances at 40% for Friday right now. I may change that a little bit, maybe go down on it. Saturday and Sunday, we've got 20% chance in, and that goes through Monday and Tuesday as well, with high temperatures edging back towards the upper 80s, perhaps near 90. On the Gulf Shores to Panama City beach forecast, I've got the rain chances high tomorrow. I may take them down just a little bit, but then gradually they slack off during the weekend, and again, we'll adjust that tomorrow, perhaps. Now, besides Harvey, we have an area to watch in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico over the next few days that bears watching, and also Irma. This is next week around Wednesday, showing maybe a tropical depression trying to form out there in the Gulf of Mexico, and maybe be picked up by a front. This front may be the steering mechanism that steers or merges whatever develops in the Gulf into the front itself. Here's Irma out there in the Atlantic. It will become a major hurricane in the next 3 days, and it needs to be watched. What's going to happen to Irma? Well, there's several possibilities. That frontal system I just talked about could pick Irma up. It could be the steering mechanism that takes Irma out into the Atlantic Ocean. Certainly the GFS indicates that. So that would be good news. But then what if it misses that ride, that it doesn't get picked up? The European doesn't know what to do with it. So the European is saying that it maybe will miss the ride of the front and then maybe go south of that into the Gulf of Mexico eventually. We'll have to watch. That will be Saturday, September 9th. So will it go out into the Atlantic or will it go into the Gulf? We don't know. Hey, that frontal system I talked about will bring some amazing temperatures next week. Look at this. Maybe falling back to the 70s on Wednesday, and maybe, well, it has upper 60s on Thursday. How about that? Our weather app will keep you on top of all these weather changes, including tropical weather, 10-day forecast, hourly forecast, radar and future radar, plus push notifications for watches and warnings today. So if we have spin-up tornadoes, you'll get the tornado warning on your app. Download it today for free in the App Store. Search Rich Thomas Weather.
Many of you continue to ask, how can you help? How can you help the folks in Texas? One easy way is to text the Red Cross. Text the word Harvey to 90999, and your wireless bill will be charged $10. That's just an easy way to do that. There are other ways, of course. We'll be live on the radio this morning talking about some of those on News Talk 93.1. Also at 10 o'clock this morning, there'll be another live update, a live streaming update from the Blue Water Weather Center as we get you ready for what could be a busy tornado day here in Alabama, plus the threat of some more heavy downpours. That'll be at 10 o'clock. You can see that on your app, on YouTube, on the website, richthomasweathernetwork.com. Another video for you tomorrow morning at 4:45 a.m. And, of course, post on Facebook and Twitter as needed as the day goes on. Have a good day. I'll see you later, okay?
Rich Thomas Weather.